Welcome to our exploration of learning and memory. Have you ever wondered how you pick up new skills or remember important facts? Learning is the process by which we acquire new knowledge or abilities, while memory allows us to store and retrieve that information later. These two functions are at the heart of everything we do, from mastering a new language to recalling a childhood memory. In this video, we'll dive into the fascinating mechanisms behind learning and memory, uncovering how our brains adapt, change, and remember. Let's begin our journey by understanding what learning truly means. Memory is more than just recalling facts for a test. It's the mental process that allows us to encode, store, and retrieve information. Whether it's remembering your friend's birthday or how to ride a bike, memory plays a crucial role in our daily lives. There are different types of memory, each serving a unique purpose. Understanding these types helps us appreciate the complexity of our minds and the ways we interact with the world. Let's take a closer look at how memory works and why it's so essential. Our memory system isn't just one big storage unit. Instead, it's made up of several types, each with its own function. Sensory memory briefly holds information from our senses. Short-term memory keeps information active for a few seconds or minutes, like remembering a phone number just long enough to dial it. Long-term memory, on the other hand, stores information for much longer, sometimes for a lifetime. These types work together seamlessly, allowing us to navigate daily life with ease. Sensory memory is the first stage of memory. It acts like a filter, briefly holding information from our senses, sights, sounds, smells, just long enough for us to pay attention to what's important. For example, when you glance at a scene, your visual sensory memory holds the image for a split second before it fades. This quick snapshot allows your brain to decide what to focus on and what to ignore. Without sensory memory, we'd be overwhelmed by the constant stream of information. Short-term memory, sometimes called working memory, is where we temporarily hold information we're actively using. Imagine trying to remember a phone number just long enough to dial it. This is short-term memory at work. It typically lasts only a few seconds to a minute and can hold about 7 items at once. This type of memory is essential for daily tasks like following directions or having a conversation. It's the mental workspace where we juggle information before deciding what to keep or discard. Long-term memory is where information is stored for extended periods, sometimes for a lifetime. This is where we keep everything from childhood memories to facts and skills we've learned over the years. Unlike short-term memory, long-term memory has a vast capacity and can hold information for days, years, or even decades. It's what allows us to recall our first day at school or how to ride a bike, even after many years. Long-term memory is the foundation of our personal history. Long-term memory can be divided into explicit and implicit memory. Explicit memory involves conscious recall, like remembering facts or events. Implicit memory, on the other hand, is unconscious and includes skills and habits, such as riding a bike or typing on a keyboard. These two types work together to help us navigate the world, often without us even realizing it. Understanding the difference helps us appreciate the complexity of our memory system. Declarative memory is a type of explicit memory. It's responsible for storing facts and events that we can consciously recall and describe. For example, remembering the capital of France or your last birthday party involves declarative memory. This type of memory is further divided into episodic memory, which stores personal experiences, and semantic memory, which holds general knowledge. Declarative memory is essential for learning new information and making sense of the world. Procedural memory is a type of implicit memory. It's what allows us to perform tasks without conscious thought, like riding a bike, playing an instrument, or typing. Once these skills are learned, they become automatic, freeing up our minds for other activities. Procedural memory is crucial for mastering complex skills and routines, and it often remains intact even when other types of memory are affected. Learning is the process of acquiring new knowledge, skills, or behaviors through experience, study, or teaching. It involves changes in the brain's structure and function as new connections between neurons are formed. This process is called neuroplasticity. Whether you're learning to play the piano or memorizing a poem, your brain is constantly adapting and rewiring itself. Understanding how learning happens can help us become more effective learners. Neuroplasticity is the brain's remarkable ability to change and adapt throughout life. When we learn something new, our brains form new neural pathways, strengthening connections between neurons. This flexibility allows us to recover from injuries, adapt to new situations, and continue learning at any age. Neuroplasticity is the foundation of all learning and memory, showing just how dynamic and adaptable our brains truly are. Coding is the first step in creating a memory. It's the process of transforming information from our environment into a form that can be stored in the brain. This can happen through visual images, sounds, or even meaning. The more attention we pay to information, the better we encode it. Techniques like repetition, association, and visualization can help strengthen encoding, making it easier to remember information later. Once information is encoded, it needs to be stored for later use. Storage refers to the process of maintaining information over time. Memories are stored in different parts of the brain depending on their type. For example, procedural memories are stored in the basal ganglia, while declarative memories are stored in the hippocampus and cortex. The strength of a memory depends on how well it was encoded and how often it's retrieved. Retrieval is the process of accessing stored information when we need it. This can be as simple as recalling a friend's name or as complex as solving a math problem. Successful retrieval depends on how well the memory was encoded and stored. Sometimes, cues like sights, sounds, or smells can trigger memories, making retrieval easier. Practicing retrieval through quizzes or self-testing can strengthen our ability to recall information. Forgetting is a natural part of memory. It happens when we lose access to information that was once stored. There are many reasons for forgetting, including decay over time, interference from other memories, or simply failing to retrieve the information. While forgetting can be frustrating, it also helps our brain stay efficient by clearing out unnecessary information. Understanding why we forget can help us develop strategies to remember better. Tension is crucial for both learning and memory. It acts as a gatekeeper, deciding what information gets encoded and stored. When we focus our attention, we're more likely to remember what we're learning. Distractions, on the other hand, can make it harder to encode information effectively. Practicing mindfulness and minimizing distractions can boost our attention and improve our ability to learn and remember. Repetition is one of the most effective ways to strengthen memory. By practicing information or skills repeatedly, we reinforce the neural pathways in our brains, making it easier to recall them later. This is why studying over several days is more effective than cramming all at once. Regular practice not only improves memory but also helps us master new skills and knowledge. Association is a powerful memory tool. By linking new information to something we already know, we create connections that make it easier to remember. For example, using mnemonics or visual imagery can help us recall complex information. The more meaningful the association, the stronger the memory. This technique is especially useful for learning languages, names, or lists. Visualization involves creating mental images to represent information. This technique taps into our brain's natural ability to remember pictures better than words. By visualizing concepts, processes, or even stories, we make information more memorable. Visualization is especially helpful for subjects like science, geography, or history, where complex ideas can be turned into vivid mental images. Chunking is a strategy that involves grouping information into larger, meaningful units. For example, remembering a phone number as 3 groups of numbers instead of a long string makes it easier to recall. Our brains are better at remembering chunks than individual pieces of information. Chunking is a valuable tool for learning everything from vocabulary to mathematical formulas. Spacing effect refers to the idea that we learn better when study sessions are spread out over time, rather than crammed into one sitting. This approach allows our brains to consolidate information more effectively, leading to stronger, longer-lasting memories. Using spaced repetition is a proven way to boost learning and retention, especially for complex subjects. Sleep plays a vital role in learning and memory. During sleep, our brains consolidate new information, transferring it from short-term to long-term memory. Lack of sleep can impair our ability to learn and remember, while good sleep habits enhance memory retention. Prioritizing sleep is one of the best ways to support your brain's learning processes. Emotions have a powerful impact on memory. Events that trigger strong emotions are often remembered more vividly and for longer periods. This is because emotional experiences activate the amygdala, a part of the brain involved in processing emotions and memories. Understanding the link between emotion and memory can help us harness our feelings to improve learning. While some stress can motivate us to learn, chronic stress can harm memory and learning. High levels of stress hormones interfere with the brain's ability to encode and retrieve information. Managing stress through relaxation techniques, exercise, and healthy habits can protect our memory and support better learning outcomes. Healthy diet supports brain function and memory. Nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and vitamins are essential for maintaining brain health. Eating a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains can improve cognitive function and support learning. Staying hydrated is also important for optimal brain performance. Physical activity isn't just good for the body, it's also great for the brain. Regular exercise increases blood flow to the brain, boosts the growth of new neurons, and improves memory and learning. Activities like walking, swimming, or yoga can enhance cognitive function and help us learn more effectively. Interacting with others is a powerful way to boost learning and memory. Conversations, group study, and teaching others help reinforce what we've learned. Social engagement stimulates the brain, encourages new connections, and makes learning more enjoyable. Don't underestimate the value of learning with others. Technology has transformed the way we learn. Online courses, educational apps, and digital resources make learning more accessible and interactive. While technology offers many benefits, it's important to use it wisely and avoid distractions. Finding a balance between digital and traditional learning methods can help us get the most out of our educational experiences. Everyone has a unique learning style. Some people learn best by seeing, others by hearing, and some by doing. Understanding your preferred learning style can help you choose the most effective study strategies. Experimenting with different methods like visual aids, audio recordings, or hands-on activities can enhance your learning and memory. Motivation is a key driver of learning. Setting clear goals and finding personal meaning in what you're learning can boost motivation and make learning more enjoyable. When we're motivated, we're more likely to put in the effort needed to master new skills and remember information. Celebrate your progress and stay focused on your goals. Active learning involves engaging with the material rather than just passively reading or listening. Techniques like summarizing, questioning, and teaching others can deepen understanding and improve memory. The more actively you interact with information, the more likely you are to remember it. Make learning an active process for the best results. Feedback is essential for effective learning. It helps us identify what we've mastered and where we need to improve. Reflecting on our learning experiences allows us to adjust our strategies and make better progress. Seeking feedback from teachers, peers, or even self-assessment can accelerate learning and strengthen memory. Mistakes are a natural part of learning. Instead of seeing them as failures, view them as opportunities to grow. Analyzing mistakes helps us understand what went wrong and how to do better next time. Embracing mistakes with a positive attitude can boost resilience and make learning more effective. Growth mindset is the belief that abilities can be developed through effort and learning. People with a growth mindset embrace challenges, persist through setbacks, and see effort as the path to mastery. Cultivating a growth mindset can make learning more enjoyable and help us achieve our full potential. Metacognition means thinking about your own thinking. It involves being aware of how you learn, monitoring your progress, and adjusting your strategies as needed. Practicing metacognition can help you become a more effective learner by identifying what works best for you and making smarter choices about how to study. There are many tools and techniques to help improve memory. Flashcards, mind maps, and digital apps can make studying more efficient and enjoyable. Using these aids can help organize information, reinforce learning, and make retrieval easier. Experiment with different tools to find what works best for you. Curiosity is a powerful motivator for learning. When we're curious, we're more engaged and eager to explore new ideas. Curiosity drives us to ask questions, seek answers, and deepen our understanding. Nurturing curiosity can make learning more enjoyable and lead to lifelong growth. Learning doesn't stop after school, it continues throughout life. Our brains remain capable of growth and change at any age. Lifelong learning keeps our minds sharp, opens new opportunities, and enriches our lives. Embracing new challenges and staying curious can help us continue learning well into old age. Some people face challenges with learning and memory due to learning disabilities. These conditions, such as dyslexia or ADHD, affect the way the brain processes information. With the right support and strategies, individuals with learning disabilities can succeed and thrive. Understanding these challenges helps create a more inclusive learning environment for everyone. Memory disorders, such as Alzheimer's disease or amnesia, can significantly impact daily life. These conditions affect the brain's ability to store and retrieve information. Early detection, medical support, and cognitive exercises can help manage symptoms and improve quality of life for those affected. Scientists continue to study why we forget and how memories fade over time. Research shows that forgetting is a complex process influenced by many factors, including how memories are stored and retrieved. Understanding the science of forgetting can help us develop better strategies for remembering what matters most. There are many ways to improve memory, from practicing healthy habits to using memory techniques. Regular exercise, good nutrition, enough sleep, and mental challenges all contribute to better memory. Trying out different strategies can help you find what works best for your unique brain. Advances in neuroscience and technology are changing the way we understand learning and memory. New discoveries about the brain are leading to innovative teaching methods and tools. The future of learning promises to be more personalized, interactive, and effective than ever before. Let's recap what we've learned about learning and memory. We explored how our brains encode, store, and retrieve information, the different types of memory, and the factors that influence learning. We also discussed practical strategies for improving memory and the importance of lifelong learning. Understanding these concepts can help us become better learners and make the most of our incredible brains. Learning and memory are at the core of who we are. By understanding how they work, we can unlock our potential and achieve our goals. Whether you're a student, a professional, or simply curious about the brain, embracing these principles can lead to a richer, more fulfilling life. Keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, your brain is capable of amazing things.